Hi, my name is Hannah Sheehy, and I will be reading Hills Like White Elephants by Ernest Hemingway. This text is appropriate for my content area for juniors and seniors in a high school level literature class. Let's take a look at the start. Hills Like White Elephants. So it's important to look at the title because Tovani #1 strategy is activating background knowledge and making connections between new and known information. So we know hills, right? They're mounds or lumps in the ground. And hills are being compared to white elephants already. It says like, right? So it's comparing two things using like or as literary element or literary device. Okay? White elephants, it kind of makes me laugh a little because it makes me think of all the times that I participated in gift exchanges and people end up bringing gifts that are very disposable and gifts that probably will never be used ever again after they are received. So keep that in mind as we are reading. The hills across the valley of the Ebru were long and white. On this side there was no shade and no trees, and the station was between two long lines of rails in the sun. So Tovani's strategy #2 is to self-question the text to clarify ambiguity and deepen understanding. What we know so far is that one side of the train tracks are long, white, very hilly, the sun is shining. The other side is shaded, there's no trees, not much in the landscape, kind of gloomy, eerie, desolate. So we can question that to think, hey, what does that have to do with the title? What does that have to do with white elephants? What does that have to do with the contrast between each? Okay, so that causes us to go to Tovani's #3 strategy, drawing inferences from the text using background knowledge and clues from the text. This is one big puzzle piece that we're trying to find the answer to here, right? So many moving parts that go into this to figure out what is happening here. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. Close against the side of the station there was the warm shadow of the building and a curtain, made of strings of bamboo beads, hung across the open door into the bar to keep flies out. We can see that there's some important information here, right? So Tovani's strategy #4 says to determine importance in text to separate details from main ideas. So we know the curtain is just an idea, right? Or it's not the main idea. These are details, right? There's a curtain, there's strings, things are being hidden here, right? Curtains hide the light from coming on in. Curtains can allow people to have more privacy. Same with the bamboo beads, okay? They're trying to hide something, right? So we can see that those are important information that we need to keep in our minds so that we can see if there's a deeper underlying meaning that's being told here, okay? Because we need to look underneath the surface. That's what good readers do. We think about the text and we think about the words that are used in order to understand, okay? It was the American and the girl with him sat at a table in the shade outside the building. Okay, so we have another response here with the shade and kind of being hidden, kind of being secret. So this shows us too, strategy #7, we're synthesizing and extending thinking because we're thinking about the shade versus the light. We're thinking about the hills versus the flatland. We're thinking about the American and the girl, okay? We're thinking about the curtain and the bamboo beads. So we've just gone through the standards of Tovani's comprehension, and we're only in the first paragraph. Okay, so we can see how important it is to be good, deep, critical thinkers.